Today we're gonna be doing the build sheet review. I've been gone for about a month because I work 24/7. But we had a really nice day, some really nice cars. Mimi did some decals to her car. Melanie's still passenger princess for now, but look how sick these decals are. So the reason I went with the C6 Z06 is pretty straightforward. I always wanted a C6 ZR1. I dreamed of it. That car's been on my wall since I'm 10 years old, and they've really gotten to a point with the pricing where it's just absurd. You know, $120,000 for a Corvette is just not my cup of tea, regardless of how much I'm in love with that car. Found the Z06, and the Z06s are actually borderline just as hard to find as the ZR1s, but paid basically less than half of what the ZR1s are going for this, and technically it's making more at the tire than a stock ZR1, so I was really happy about that. And obviously there's the fact that I can build this and not feel some type of way about it, because if you go get 130,000, 140,000, 2,000 mile ZR1, you ain't gonna want to touch it. When I first bought the car, I actually thought that it was a pretty violent build. Oh, I hit my knee. Don't get old, people. So ECS, East Coast Supercharging, is the one that built the car. Currently, as it sits, it's making 578 at the tire. You know, fairly good amount of power, that's for sure, but we want to make a ton more. Why? Because I can't get enough danger in my life.
I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger.
But we're gonna go through a little build sheet action, and I'll tell you guys what my plans are with the car because I gotta go faster. We got Cook's 1 7/8 headers on it with high flow cats and an X pipe. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do with that yet, just because I do want to either go turbo or blower on the car eventually, so I don't really know what the header setup's gonna look like. And I'm not really into getting 2-inch headers and then having to get a different header set when I want to boost the car. We're also probably gonna need a different cam. It has a K-Tech cam in it. I want something a little more aggressive with a little more chop for a little more boost. I want to get a cam that can handle a lot more power. So the exhaust that they put on it is Borla. It has mufflers. I don't know if they're like high flow or what, but the car's not loud enough for my liking. I want it to scream and wake up the entire county. Obviously the high flow cats are catted, that's another problem, but it does have an X pipe. That'll probably be one of the first things that we do, is changing the exhaust and making it sound a little bit better, even though it is pretty loud as is. It has whatever the fuck this is, Brian Tooley Racing, blah 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 blah, timing chain, head gaskets, head bolt kit, push rods, water pump gasket, you know, all the boring shit. And then I believe it has an MSW upper in the shifter, and I'm absolutely in love with it because it is so mechanical. It's a short throw and it just wants to go. Obviously OEM plus steering wheel, little cool bits for the interior that just make it, you know, a little bit more fun. Also having the 427 7-liter is just absolutely awesome to me. I love huge displacement, naturally aspirated, tons of torque. It's just such a blast to drive. The car is so light. For those of you that don't know, I actually had a last call edition Challenger. I had a Swinger and I love that thing. It was my baby. It just couldn't get out of its own way, and you know, if you modify a car like that, you lose value on it. So it was too much of a headache for someone like me who really wants to enjoy modifying the car, making it really fast, and enjoy being fast, because you could throw 30 grand into a car like that and make fucking 1100 horsepower, and here comes a 600 horsepower Corvette and they're going to beat you because they're 12 or 1500 pounds lighter and they put the power down better. I love how low it sits compared to the Scat Pack too, because the Scat is a great car, don't get me wrong, and I fucking still miss that thing, but this is just such a driver's car, you know. And the shifter, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I mean, it's so mechanical and so aggressive. My Scat Pack was automatic. Those 8 speeds are lightning fast, but just want a driver's car, you know. So yeah, I'm really happy with this purchase. It's the color that I absolutely love. I like the theme of whoever the last owner, you know, went with. I did put like the different badges and stuff on it just to match them because they're appealing and stuff like that. Just gonna slowly start to build a car and really make it mine. ECS did do a really good job. The car's really buttoned down. Drove it like 3 hours when I first got the car. I drove it back in pouring rain in standstill traffic, and I don't even think I went over half heat the whole time. So definitely a reliable build, but who needs reliability when you want to do 220 miles an hour, right? So long term with the car, I'm basically looking to do some sort of boosted build. I like the sound of the Pro Charger, but I'm in love with the twin turbo setup and it makes a hell of a lot more power. So I do think we're probably gonna do that and just kind of build the car for that. We're gonna start with NA stuff, get the car in a position with the bottom end and everything that it can handle serious boost, and then we'll put a nasty set of turbos on it, and we'll take you guys along for the ride because it's going to take a little while to get this thing to exactly where I want it.